Hey guys, how's it going today? Hope you all are doing well today. Today we are going to be working on getting Beryl. So as you can see over here, we have unlocked Astronomic Science Pack 1s, and we also have finished up Optimization Tech cards. Now, if you did not know that, that is because we did a stream on Saturday where I did quite a lot of work actually, including finishing up those optimization tech cards. So if we come up to our orbit, let me just check it out down here. We now have these buildings down here that are making them, and so we have quite a lot that we got done. And if you'd like to see that, I will link the VOD to the stream in the description of this video so you can take a look. But now that we have finished off the optimization tech cards, we get to move on to the space sciences. As you can see, there are 4 different sciences that we could start off with. There is biological, there is energy, material, and astronomic. Now, my personal choice for this is astronomic. Number 1, it's relatively simple overall. Number 2, I would like to be able to research, let's see if right here, these cargo rocket safety, reusability, and survivability. And the reason for that is, we have a lot of rockets going a lot of places right now, and that number is likely going to increase in the near future. And we would like to be able to reuse as many parts as possible, which would make our resource consumption much easier, not to mention actually getting the rocket parts themselves much easier. So that's going to be what we're going to go for first, and then we'll figure out exactly what we want to go for after that. There are lots of benefits to each of them. Biological has, let's see if we can, I can show some of the things here. So like, honestly, biological doesn't have too many benefits at the moment, but it has more benefits down the line. So vitalic acid is like the main one right now, but then you'll get to be able to do mining productivity and productivity modules as well. Not to mention eventually being able to do advanced chemical plants, which are awesome. So there are some definite benefits to doing biological. For material, you'll be able to see that we can do heavy girders. And then after that, we're able to do spidertrons, weapons delivery systems, space platform plating. But we're also able to go down the route to actually being able to do a rocket ship. And let's see if I can show that. There's so many researches, it's kind of hard to find. Well, in any case, you can do rocket ship, or spaceships, I should say, by going astronomic, as well as through the material science pack. Astronomic, as I just mentioned, the couple benefits of that, but you'll also be able to do things like thermal radiated efficiency and things like that. And then last but not least, you also have energy, which is probably what we'll do second. Energy has a lot of things. So you'll be able to get these flat solar panels, you'll be able to get space elevators eventually, although this is a couple things together. But you'll be able to get energy distribution, pylons, space railways, which I definitely want to get. And the reason for that is I would like to do a grid system in space. I think that would be a lot of fun, and also would take some work. So I think that would be a very interesting way to try and lay out our space sciences. But first we're going to go for the astronomic, and then second we'll go for this, and then we'll probably end up rearranging and rebuilding our base in space to do space railways. So that is what we're going to do. And in order to do astronomic science packs, as you can see, we need beryllium plates, significant data, astronomic catalogs, astronomic insights, and cold thermal fluid. So quite a lot of things. So basically how it works is we're going to make multispectral astrometric analysis 1 with all of these different things here, which basically are done with visible, observable frames, infrared observation frames, UV observation frames, and blank data cards. And the way we get these is through telescopes. And then with these and this, you make a catalog. So basically the idea of all of these is you basically are running tests and running research, and then you're putting together a catalog of all the data that you've gathered doing those tests and research. And then from that, you can make insight. So the insight then is used to make significant data, and you can make significant data, as you can see here, 4 different ways, one for each of the different types of science. But then as you progress down the line and you get more and more unlocked, you can make significant data much more efficiently by using insight from, let's say, both biological and astronomic, or all 3 of energy, biological, and astronomic. And you can make it the most efficient way by doing all 4 of them together. So then after you get all of this, then you're able to combine it all with significant data, a catalog, insight, and beryllium plate in order to make some astronomic science packs. So there's quite a lot to do, as you can tell. But first steps first is to get the beryllium plate. So that's what we're going to work on today. So kind of a big introduction just to say we're going to get beryllium plates, but you know, it's good to have a good overview of the things that we're going to be trying to accomplish in the very near future here. So right here I have a rocket that looks like it's almost ready to go. We just have probably a few more things that I want to grab first. So we have a bunch of space scaffold, as you can see. We have a ton of belts and things like that. We have some miners. We have a rocket silo for the other side so that we can, you know, actually launch a rocket to come back. And we also have some solar panels. So I'm just going to grab a few more things like inserters and things like that, and then we will be ready to go. Okay guys, we are ready to go. And if you might remember, this was quite a while ago, but when we first picked up our spaceship from the Calidus asteroid belt, we left a landing pad there. So we are thankfully going to be able to land on a landing pad. And I grabbed basically a bunch more solar panels, some stack inserters, construction bots, and I also grabbed some logistics bots. I'm not sure that we're going to use all of these, but it might be nice to set up a nice little network just in case, you know, we need to build something, and we'll leave a bunch of stuff there just in case you know, something gets damaged or broken or whatever, who knows. So we'll leave that over there, and we also have a ton of these advanced solar panels now, which we also unlocked from our stream on Saturday. So I think we're ready to go and head over there. The only thing that I'm thinking of just now, whoops, is, okay, we can make some fuel refineries, and those are obviously very important for getting back. And so I think that is the only thing that I was missing for coming back. So I think that we are ready to go. We've got circuits and things like that. We don't have signal transmitters or signal receivers, which, you know, they're kind of important. So let's actually, instead of finding them, I never know where they are. We're just going to request one of these, and we're going to request one of these, and the bots will deliver them to us. There's always something that I'm like, shoot, I forgot this, or I forgot that, I forgot this. I think that these 90 big mining drills are probably going to be more than enough. I don't think that we're actually going to ever need more than that for our first excursion here, but that'll be fun. And apparently launch is delayed, and let's figure out why. If we come over here to the Calidus asteroid belt, oh, it's because there's one iron in the landing pad. That's fine. Okay, so let us launch on over there. Just checking everything just to be sure. You never can be too safe. We've got space pipes, tanks. Okay, we're good. Okay, and wonderful, a very safe landing, which I love to see. And actually, our Beryl is right here. We have, well, this is a very tiny bit here, but we have 4.2 million Beryl, very closely, densely packed here. So that is what our goal is going to be, is to deal with that. So let's see what we can do here. So let's grab our miners, and apparently I grabbed too much space scaffold. That's fine. All right, so let's grab our miners and see what we can figure out the best way to do this. Now these things are absolutely ginormous, as you can see. So I'm going to try placing them, and they have a huge area, 11 by 11 mining area. So I'm going to try placing them like even all the way over here. Well, this one is probably not worth it, but this one, these two are each going to get 30,000. And then we can start putting some platform over here so we can place them down. Here we go. And check this out. This one here has an expected resources of 796,000. So that is quite a lot. And we'll speed module all of these as well. 25,000. Yep, good. This one here, 2.4 million. That's nuts. And I'm pretty sure that the 4.2 million number, right, that it says here, 4.2 million, I'm pretty sure that number does not include the mining productivity that we have. So if we come over here to, not achievements, bonuses, that's what I want. We have plus 40% mining productivity. So I'm pretty sure that we'll actually get 40% more than 4.2 million. So that is pretty cool. Let's see, what do we get here? 404,000, yep, definitely putting it down there. Let's keep building out this direction. What do we get here? Nothing, okay. How about here, 70,000, yep, definitely doing that. This one is not worth it, 687, not worth it at all. This one though, 30,000, yep, we'll definitely do that. Okay, and so that is our mining grid done. And I think that, is it gonna be time to use this construction pylon? No, it looks like our substations can do the job just fine. They can reach all of the miners with their area, looks like. So now we have a couple other things that we need to do. Obviously, we don't need all of these. I didn't bring, well, I can craft some, that's fine. Some storage chests. All right, so let's do a storage chest here with all these miners, just in case. Where are the miners? There they are. And then I also would like to do, I don't know, I brought a landing pad, that's fine. I meant to put that down on novice, shoot, that's okay. Okay, so let's grab our belts, and we can put, let's see. I'm just gonna put all these belts and stuff in here for now. I'll grab them later before we leave. But I wanna be able to grab all the belts and the cargo rocket silo, which I think we'll just put that, let's put that right over here actually, because it'll be a nice in-between of this landing pad and also of the miners that we're gonna be starting with. So let's do that. Okay, so our cargo rocket silo can fit right in here. And then the nice thing is that we'll be able to use this whole asteroid to do solar panels, which will be pretty sweet. Now, our solar panels don't get as much benefit here as they do other places, but that's fine. And let's see if we can make a tileable thing here. So let's see, this, I guess we can do it like this, right? We can make it tileable by just excluding that one whole section where the substation is. There we go. And actually we can center it perfectly. Ooh, I like that. And then this, aha, it does fit. Okay, I love to see that. Okay, so this is a nice little tileable thing, and we can fill this in right here. Oh, and we can walk on top of these. That's pretty sweet too. All right, and then I guess we'll fill in a little bit of space platform here. Ooh, not quite enough. Just need to do a little bit more. Trying to use as little space platform as possible, so that way in the future we don't have to bring too much. It looks like we got a little water ice here, but I don't think that's worth mining. Okay, so the question is, how much power are we creating? 50 megawatts. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, so with that, we can work on doing all the exporting of all of our rocket sections and things like that. Let's also set up the beginnings of a little bot network just in case. We can probably put a couple of these down here. And let's grab the, the bots out of here. Guess I can't grab any more, so let's throw these down here. Probably, honestly, this is probably more bots than this entire base will ever need, but that's okay. No harm in being prepared. And let's throw some in here. Okay, dude. It's trying to deliver stuff to me that I don't need. Okay. I should have seen that one coming for sure. But that's alright. Okay, so over here, real quick, we can do this. So we need to output, let's do it into just some steel chests. We need to output rocket fuel here. And let's see, how are we going to do this? I think like this. This is fine. And we got some stack inserters that are filtered. This will be rocket fuel. All right, let's hook that up. There we go. Copy that over. I don't know. Let's check how much rocket fuel we need to get back to novice. Novice. 32,000. Okay, that's a little bit more than I thought, but I think we brought enough rocket fuel for it. And then we can also work on exporting all of the stuff that we need in order to do the rocket. And we're just going to insert all the parts, I think. Insert. And this will be exporting. And actually, let's do a fast inserter, and we're going to change the stack size to 1. The reason for that is that we want to also put a space assembling machine, which I brought some, right here. What? Oh, I can't put it back in. Nice. All right, that's fine. We'll just put this down here. That's fine. Okay. I was like, what is going on with that? Okay, so here we're gonna hook this up here, like this, and this is gonna say when rocket sections are less than 100, it will be inserting, and then otherwise, when rocket sections are greater than or equal to 100, then we're going to insert here, and this is going to be doing packing them. And then we'll do that. And as you'll notice here, we also have this research done for rocket sections. And so basically, with our current recipe, we only get 1 rocket section each, right? But if we add 8 beryllium to basically the exact same thing, it literally is the exact same recipe except with added 8 beryllium, we get a whole extra rocket section. So that is going to be huge for what this mining operation is going to help accomplish. It's going to make launching rockets way, way, way cheaper. And then I suppose I would like to actually come back to Novice really quickly before I forget and place a landing pad somewhere. And we're going to want to, we're going to be transporting the Beryl, I think, like to leave the main base. Part of me wants to do it, have the landing pad somewhere else, but I think we're just going to do it like right here. So we're going to have the bots build a landing pad here for us. And this is where we're going to end up landing. Let's see. Is there a bot on the way? Aha, construction bot. Check it out. Okay, and this is going to be Beryl landing pad. So we got a bunch of landing pads here. Yeah, we got a lot. But okay. So that is where we're going to land. So let's choose that. Beryl landing pad. And then last but not least, let's see, we need to put up our fuel refineries here. So let's do that. So fuel refinery fuel refinery, and I guess let's move this Roboport back over here. Put these in, these. There we go. Okay. And then each of these is going to be exporting rocket fuel. There we go. And we'll bring this down over here and right along the back of these. And then we can do fast. I think just fast inserter is fine. We don't need to go crazy here by any stretch of the imagination. And then these are going to be doing, of course, liquid rocket fuel. And those are quite loud. And we should have space pipes here. There we go. So if we just connect all these up, we should start filling up our liquid rocket fuel. Wonderful. Okay, and then we want to do a signal transmitter at least. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're going to do a signal receiver too. So the signal transmitter, we'll do it on a green wire. We're going to transmit the number of, or the amount of rocket fuel here. And then we're also going to be transmitting what is in the cargo rocket silo, which we're going to need for a couple things. Number one, whether there's a rocket here or not. Number two, the amount of rocket fuel that we need and things like that. So that's good to do the signal transmitter. Now the signal receiver, we're going to put over this way, kind of out of the way. And let's change this. This is going to be, where is it? Asteroid belt 1 to novice. So that's where we are. And then this one's going to be novice to asteroid belt 1. And we should be getting signals back if we go back to novice. I just want to always make sure that things are working as expected. So if we come over here, this is our receiver, and we are getting the correct signals back. So I love to see that. And this right here, we will deal with shortly. But let's first start dealing with the beryllium mining itself. And the only unfortunate thing is that beryllium probably only stacks in 20s, just like all of the other space exploration items, which means that we are going to be, each rocket is not going to bring back that many plates, which is pretty unfortunate actually. So let's bring this over here and we can fill this whole area in here. There we go. And then we can work on getting these belts done. Belts and more belts and more belts. And then, as I said, we're also going to speed module all of these because, well, okay, we're not going to speed module all of them by any stretch of the imagination. Let's actually put these all on, I was going to say all on the main belt, but I actually don't think we want to do it all on the main belt. It's actually probably good to split it up some, because you probably don't want the belts to overflow if possible, and these already are very fast. So we want to make sure that it's not going to overload the belt and, you know, cause issues that way. So let's hook this up here. There we go. And then really quickly here, we will balance the belts. So let's grab all the other things that we have in here, like this and this. And here, let's do rocket parts, so we can start doing the rocket parts. And then I guess I also forgot we need to do space capsule, so let's do it right here. The capsule, there we go, and this will come right along. Let's not do an underground there. Just pick up the rock, that's fine. There we go. Oh, I must have picked up, I accidentally picked up the capsule. Okay, that's fine. And I think that's everything. We'll of course grab all that stuff before we leave. And I was gonna grab, I did grab everything I needed. Okay, just to do a splitter, or not a splitter, a balancer here. All right, so this is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is gonna go here, here, here. So this is a standard 4 to 4 balancer. Not a lane balancer, this is a belt balancer. Okay, and then let's come down here and we shall start loading up like this. There we go. And I don't have any space loaders on me. In fact, I don't think I'm crafting any at the moment, but that's okay. We will just do normal inserters, that's fine. Actually, what does it take to make a space loader? Steel gear wheels. Actually, you know what? We can. We have somewhere these. I can just make a bunch of steel gear wheels right now. If I can find them, that is. If I can't find them, then I can't make them. Okay, let's make some steel gear wheels. And we can craft some space loaders, actually. 2, 3. Nice. Okay, that should be everything that we need. 2 more. And we'll do that, which works out very nicely. I like to do that, actually. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we can load properly. So these are going to stop. I'm actually going to go over to Salamene. I'm going to copy this, these conditions, because these conditions are exactly what we need. So let's hook these up. Okay, so this is E is greater than 4, so we're going to hook that up here. Okay, so E is greater than 4, and we're going to output a black, which we are. And then if there is a rocket, we're going to output a black, and then if one of those is true, then we'll output a black as well. So let's hook up the output here to this, and then we're going to say black is equal to 1. Okay. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so these should be inserting then. And then we can finally hook all of this stuff up. Let's use big electric pole, and all of our miners should start working. And I am not expecting full belts by any stretch of the imagination, because Beryl has a very long mining time, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 400%. So it's very slow. Oh, and thank the Lord, it does stack in 50s, not in 20s. So that means that when one of our rockets is coming back, it's going to have much more Beryl than I was thinking, which is very nice. And look at that, we're hanging out at a very nice size of power production, so we're doing good on that. Let's grab all the rest of this stuff, and we're going to put it in some storage boxes. Again, this is just in case things are needed here. And in the future, we're going to come back and do more mining of different things. We're definitely going to mine out more Beryl down this way, but we're going to need space trains for that, because no way we're doing platforms all the way down that way. That's a lot of platform. Let's grab the rest of this stuff. Again, place it all in here. There we go. Let's leave some storage chests, requester chests. Turn off personal logistics so we stop getting stuff delivered to us. We're going to take this back, of course, this back, of course. And then, let's see, I was going to leave space pipes. I'm going to leave medium electric poles, some substations, filter inserters, things like that. Just going to leave these stacks of things just in case. For whatever reason I need to do something from afar, we can do that. Leave these space assembly machines. I think that's everything. So now the only other thing we want to do is we want to hook up some conditions to this receiver here, and also to the rocket silo. So let's see. We have, if we come over to novice, I should have, okay, so we're sending the amount of barrel plates on a green signal. Okay, just want to check what signal I'm sending it on. So if we do this right here, we should, well, we are not going to see any barrel plates right now because of course there are no barrel plates back on novice. But we're going to input here and we're going to say, we want to have a low amount of barrel plates. So we're going to say barrel is less than 1,000, let's say. We're going to output one green signal. Okay, that's first thing. Then, excuse me, we are going to say here that barrel is greater than, I don't know, let's see. Let's do some math. So 50 times 10 is 500. So each row of this is 500. And we have 500 slots, right? Or 50 rows, which 50 rows is 25,000 barrel. So if we can fit 25,000 barrel in here, let's say the barrel is greater than 23,000. Okay. Output one green. Because we want to make sure that our rocket is actually worth something. So we're going to connect up those two outputs, connect that up. And then this is going to be if green is equal to 2, meaning that there's only a few barrel plates left on novice. And we also have a bunch of barrel in here. If it's equal to 2, then we're going to output one green signal and we're going to send that to the rocket silo here. And let's not do it on green, let's do it on red, just because I don't want it to interfere with any other signals going anywhere, especially like to the signal transmitter. We don't need to have any issues back on novice. So that is our little base here, and now I am just going to wait around until we have a decent amount of barrel, and then we are going to launch back to novice. So I will see you there. All right, everyone, so we are just arriving back. And I waited about 20 minutes with for all of this barrel. So we ended up with, let's see, 19,000 barrel. So I'm very, very happy with the amount of barrel that we have. Currently, we are mining about 700 a minute. But I also discovered, I just did a little scouting while I was over here. And I discovered this barrel patch here, which has 195 million barrel and is not that far from here. Obviously, we're not going to do space scaffold all the way over, but once we do get some rails, some space rails, we are definitely coming back here. There's a lot of things here that we can mine, like even doing stuff like uranium, methane, ice we're definitely going to need, and copper and iron. You know, eventually on novice, all these things are going to run out, so we're going to need to mine them from somewhere. And mining them out here is an awesome option. So we can have like a little mining operation hub here, which will be really cool. So last thing we're going to do this episode is we're just going to deal with the output here. And then we're going to call it good. And next episode, then we will deal with actually making the barrel, which the process is quite complicated actually. But okay, so we're going to ship this off site, I believe. And let's figure out the best way that we can do this. So obviously we have trains and stuff coming in here. And let's see. I definitely want to, so let's see, they stack in 50s. I think that we also want to do something similar-ish to this, although I don't really like this solution that much. Alternatively, we still can make it the option to launch and drop all the barrel at a separate location, which honestly I really prefer doing that. So I think what we're going to do right now is just set up a temporary solution that is definitely not going to last, and the reason for that is we will want to do it, as I said, I really want to launch it to a separate off-site location, I think that's going to make things way easier. However, that being said, we still will be using this train stop that I'm making right now, but it will be used instead not for you know, grabbing the beryllium ore, but rather for dropping off beryllium plates. So right now this is going to do stack inserting this direction, and let's just set this up just so we can. Okay, it doesn't line up perfectly. That's, I mean, it doesn't matter right now. So we do a train here, wagon here, and we do inserters here. That works out just fine. And then let's do filter stack inserters here. This is, as I said, just for the time being. And let's see, this is going to do Beryl on all of these, and let's just hook that up. There we go. Okay. So that's doing that, and then we'll just do an active provider here, just like this. We'll also do this so that we can fuel our train. And let's turn on our logistics and grab all the stuff that we need. And then here we are going to output a couple things. We're going to output this. We're going to output cargo rocket sections and packed sections. And that should be everything. We're not going to be bringing anything else back as far as I can think of right now. And as you can see, our cargo wagon is already full. So next episode, what we're going to do is, I think right over here, we're going to make a beryllium processing plant. And as I mentioned, we are going to move this cargo landing pad over there. And let's just, I think, yeah, we'll deal with I'll probably deal with the rocket triggers and stuff offline, because there's still a little bit extra that I want to do over here for circuits. And I am working on a tutorial currently for figuring out, you know, teaching people how to use their own launch triggers, and also doing some math to figure out how much rocket fuel to do and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, all these circuits over here. So I am working on that. So hopefully I'll be able to explain some of the things that I'm doing and thinking about as I'm working on that. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Next episode, as I said, we will be working on this process here to do beryllium, but that is going to have to wait until then. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all on the next episode.